So Mars and Venus come together every 2 years. They meet together in the sky, they make grand love, and they sow a seed of transformation, right? And the seed that they sow of transformation depends on what zodiac sign they're in and where that is in your personal chart, right? Because it's personalized. And so when we look at this new cycle that's being sown, we want to understand the themes of Venus and Mars. Venus has to do with our desires, our love, and what we attract to us. And Mars has to do with divine action, what we seek out, how we move about in the world to get what we want. And sometimes those don't match up. And so when they come together in the sky, they also bring that alignment and show you where you might be asking for something or desiring something, but then shying away from when it's time to go out and get it, or when it's time to show up in that way that you want to be received. So this all also has to do with Leo energy, which is all about heart-centeredness, expansion, big energy, sparkly, shiny energy. Has to do with play, with joy, with creation, with creativity, and leisure, hobbies, and romantic love. And so this is a time where I think that everybody's been so suppressed in the last 2 years that now there's going to be this huge fertility cycle, people going out and dating more and maybe doing partnership differently. So at this time, it's really important for you to look at where personally this is asking for you to focus on, because it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. What is the cycle asking of from you? So when you think about that, you want to look to where 19 degrees of Leo is. They aren't going to stay there. They're there for a very short amount of time, and you can actually see it in the night sky if you go out tonight and look. Right by the moon, you'll see Venus and Mars together in the sky making love. And when they make love, we are to receive that. We are to receive that love, and we are to receive that harnessing of that divine energy, the merging of the masculine and feminine within us. And when we know where this is happening in our chart, and when we see those energies merging, we know where it's important for us to have both authenticity and action, both magnetism and the actions necessary to actually get the things that we want. So those two have to be in alignment, and right now they really are. And it's really important. It's that, and the word that keeps is like magnanimous. Is that even a word? Magnanimous energy is really big, and it's up right now because Leo's that, right? And so it's also, thinking about that lion heart energy and the courage that many of us need to stand our ground and take up space and be in our power from a place of heart-centeredness, not people-pleasing, not doing as everyone else is doing, really making wise choices from our heart for ourselves, dropping down from Virgo mind to the Leo heart. And like I said, they're not going to stay there in Leo. This is just the seeding of that cycle, and it lasts till 2023. And this is also the time where Pluto will be in its critical degree of Capricorn, which seems to not be kind of like connect, but everything in astrology connects. And so it's not by chance that we'll be going through the hardest transit of Pluto and Capricorn while this magnanimous, being in your free will, being in your heart energy, being courageous, speaking your truth, speaking out for injustices, like being in your lion energy. It's not by chance that that's highlighted for these next 2 years. It's what we're going to need. And we need to know where it is in our chart so that we're not depleting all of our energy, fighting everything or wanting free will everywhere. But we need to know where for ourselves in our life, we need to harness this lion energy and, kind of unleash it a little bit, and also kind of not play by the rules. Do your own thing. So I hope this was helpful. If you can look in the night sky, please do. If you do, even though the picture is not going to be great, I'm sure, take a picture, put it in your story, tag me. I want to see it. I appreciate you all so much. Anything that you got out of this, Please do know that working with me one-on-one is even a deeper dive into this, and a lot of beautiful humans have worked with me that are on this call. So just know that I'm available for that. And I will be starting taking coaching clients in August. I have 2 spots available for either 1-month coaching or 3-month coaching together. Otherwise, before that, I have the bundle, which is 3 courses of mine and 2 one-on-ones with me. And it's $999. Why can't I say that? $999? Yeah. So if that's something that interests you, that's only available until July 31st, which is my 40th birthday. So any way that you want to gift to me on my birthday or around my birthday, I welcome it. And I'm so grateful that you're all here. And I hope that you have the time today or tomorrow. Oh, Dee, you're just coming on. You're going to have to go back and watch the beginning. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. That's really sweet of you to say. So that all being said, if you didn't see, I saw that you're on a trip. I hope you're having an amazing time. And what I was saying is make sure you look at the night sky tonight. Take a picture, tag me in it, because I want to see Venus and Mars in your camera. I know it's not going to be great. Some of you might have amazing photos, though. You know, it's always a surprise. Little space babe, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? Okay, some of you are going to have to go back and watch this because I do have to wrap up. I have to make dinner for my children. And I will be posting it on my profile. And please do comment, because a lot of people don't know this, but when you send me a DM or a private message and you're like, oh my gosh, I loved your video. Or some people are like, oh my gosh, I hope you go viral. And I'm like, that's so sweet. But do you know if you actually comment on my posts, people see it more and it plays into the algorithm. So a lot of people don't know that, but it's a way that you can support people that put a lot of their energy onto these social media platforms that are really rigorous about pleasing the algorithm. So hi. Oh, I love it. I love hearing that. And we're in this magical space. So yeah, whatever you can do to just like feel into that magic and get it bigger and bigger and bigger, expand out, and then check out tonight, Mars and Venus making love in the sky, seeding you a new little creation so that you can build it and sculpt it for these next 2 years. And remember, the past is in the past. 2019 to now is over, it's done. Whatever you can do to cleanse and clear that out and what you've been through. I know for myself, there's wounds that I'm still like, that really hurt though. And it's really important to do whatever you can to love on yourself and move forward in this new energy. Yeah, I love. Are you courageous enough to go after what you want? Are you courageous enough to believe in yourself? Are you courageous enough to open to receiving? And Venus has to do with desire and what we want. And Mars has to do with how we go out and get it, like how we initiate it. So when they're coming together, they're saying, hey, here's new opportunity. Are you going to take it? And are you courageous enough to take it? So it's really important that we look at where maybe in the last, 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe our whole life, years, where have we shied away from shining brighter? Where have we shied away from taking up more space? And here's the opportunity to claim it. And here's the opportunity to really trust that if people are in their power, they're going to really value other people in their power. And this is something that I was just talking to another friend about. It's like when you're showing up in your power, really that encourages other people instead of intimidates. If it intimidates people, it means that they're not living in their power. So it's probably not a good match anyway for you to continue being as close as you were. So being in your own power, trusting that you can take up space, all of these themes are up. Okay, and then also, since we are in Cancer season, we're going to have things around our body and our home and how we're connecting to those things. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're kind of having like a Mars return, which we have all the time. Not all the time, but like once a year. So, okay, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to look at Rachel's chart first because I know that she reached out earlier in the day and she said it was okay. And we are working together right now, and she has an amazing new coaching program that she's launching. She's a runner and she's a running coach. So if any of you are looking for a running coach, and I don't even know if they have to be local, but she's in Portland, she's amazing. And so I don't even think you do have to be local, but you can tell me, Rachel, if I'm wrong about that. So we're just doing sample charts now. She has, and if you know where your Leo placement is, let me know, and I'll tell you a little something. I don't know if it's going to be helpful, but I'll tell you something. So she has Leo, 19 degrees of Leo is, because she's got her Chiron there too, 5, 10, 15. Okay, so it's in her 11th house, which is a future goals, visions, and community, larger community. So it makes sense that you're starting this new cycle and interacting with community in a different way. The cycle that you're wrapping up has to do with similar themes, but it's interesting because the last 2 years, it was conjunct your Jupiter. And Jupiter is about expansion and sometimes uncomfortable expansion. So it's like you've already done the heavy lifting in terms of community. And so now it's just about trusting it and being courageous and putting your heart out there in a way. And your Venus, your Vesta are pretty close to the situation. And so it's been kind of this interesting thing where you're going from the expansion into like more of the heart opening. So this is amazing because I know, like I won't go into it too much, but the work that we've done, like it's all already there. It's just like trusting yourself and trusting the magic that you have. And I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited to see what you do. So Rachel, do you mind just putting in, I think it says there, but just put in your handle right into the comment so people can look to you if they're looking for a running coach. Hi Resilient Titan, hi Adam, hi Valerie. Hello. If you're just joining me, Patry. If you know where 19 degrees of Leo is in your chart, let me know in the chat. So Adam, what's my zodiac? I'm Leo, and 12th house Leo. So yay. So Rachel just typed into her handle, and if you go to the link in her profile, she has it linked to her business. So check her out. And she's an amazing chiropractor as well. So if you're all of those things, and she's just so well versed in the body. So I think it's so helpful to have a running coach that knows those things. Okay, so so Leo, right? Okay, so we're gonna move on to Melissa's. Let me see if I still have Melissa's because she's worked with me in the past. Chart up here, and if not, I will just need her to send it to me. If you're just joining me, let me know where yes I do. Let me know where 19 degrees of Leo is in your chart. If you don't know and you'd rather me just pull you a card, you can just type your name into the chat and I will pull you a card for this new cycle. This is a 2-year cycle. We are going from, where are we at? Wait a second. I think we're in 2021 now. I'm like, 2019. It's wrapping up a cycle from 2019. I'm like, we're not still there, are we? Different world. So now we're going from 2021 to 2023. And this is a huge cycle. So it's really good that we're getting this like spark, because as you know, like this is not where Venus and Mars are staying. They're just seeding a soul. Seeding a soul. Wow. They're just setting a seed. And then they're going to keep going. But it's important to look at because this is the most intense part of Pluto's transit through Capricorn will be for the next 2 years. So it's really important that we have this lion heart energy seated in our soul so that we can kind of initiate from the heart space and not from our fear. This is a huge topic. So hi, the intuitive writer. Okay, so let me see if I have Melissa's stuff, and if not, I know I have Simma's because we just worked together. Okay, I have a lot of Melissa's. Melissa, are you still here? Were you born in British Columbia? No, that's not you. Okay, never mind. I think you were born in, here you are, San Francisco. Hi, if you're just joining me, do you know where 19 degrees of Leo is in your chart? Oh, you emailed it to me. That's cool. Okay. But I bet it is you, that's San Francisco. Yeah. No, maybe not. Okay. So yeah, if you're just joining me, let me know where in your chart this is happening, if you're feeling any of this, and how you're doing in general. Yes, that is you. Okay. So then you are not a Leo rising. No. See, I do this all the time where I'm like, I think you're a Leo rising. Oh yeah, maybe I am. No, you're a Virgo rising, and your Mercury is in Virgo. Let me make sure this is you. Yeah, this is you. 1982? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so yes, because I remember your moon's in Cancer. Okay, so the big picture here is you went through 12th house, so that was these last 2 years has been a 12th house transit that started, right? It started as a 12th house transit, which is all about going deeper into your spiritual practice, your soul practices, what connects you with source, what connects you with the ultimate and your ultimate trust of the divine. So it's really important for you now moving forward into this 11th house transit, which I was just talking about with Rachel, which is funny. I think that's always funny when that happens. And since it's conjunct your sun, so it's starting the cycle conjunct your sun, it's really important for you to value the light you bring to community and reserving your energy, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, making sure that you're shining in a way that shines back to you and community. So if you're just like dumping a bunch of energy into a community that's not feeding you back, it's time to kind of reserve your energy a little bit more. If you're dumping a bunch of energy into future goals with your work or like some kind of vision and it's not feeding you back yet, it's time to just pull back your energy a little bit. And it's also a time to think long term about what is going to come back to you, like what that you can do now. Like, it's not a money house, but I would just say, like, in what way is the energy going to come back to you in like 10 years? So it's just a time to start thinking long term a little bit and how you're spending your energy versus what's coming back to you. And also, since it's the theme of Leo, it has to do with that courage and where you need to like pull back and have courage to say no to things. Okay, and then Sima, I know she said that she was okay with me looking at her chart. If you're just joining me and you know where this transit is happening, I will do a recap in a minute as soon as I'm done here. But if you know where this is happening for you, definitely let me know into the chat where 19 degrees of Leo is for you. This is Mars and Venus conjunction. It lasts for 2 years. If you don't know anything about your chart, and you want to set up an astrological reading with me, I am doing a special that I'm really not like announcing anywhere, but if you reach out to me and you're interested in getting a chart reading, I have a few spots of those left. So typically my chart reading, a 70-minute chart reading is $497 and I'm doing $222, but I only have 2 of those spots left. So if you want to schedule a full chart reading or you just feel like it would be helpful to you in kind of sowing these next 2 years seeds, this is the time to do it. So reach out if you're interested in that. And that's kind of like part of my birthday special, but I wasn't announcing it. So the other part of my birthday special, because I'm turning 40 this month and I'm a Leo, and yeah, you have to know what time you've been born, which might be on your birth certificate, or you might be able to, I know some people call the county they were born in, and they can find out. I don't know why some people can find out and some people can't, but it can be a little bit tricky. But yeah, my other birthday special that I'm doing is 3 of my most popular programs bundled together with 2 sessions with me, which is amazing. One of them is an astrological reading. It's not a full in-depth reading, but it goes over certain aspects in your chart in terms of the programs that are bunched together. So it's Open to Love is one of the programs, Bitches Shine Brighter, which is all about energetic boundary setting, and Intuitive Success, which is all about building your intuitive toolbox. And I know some of you have done 1 or 2 programs with me. So if you're interested in just doing one of those, you've done 2 of them, or you've done 1 of them and you just want to do 1 or 2, definitely reach out before July 31st and I can hook you up with a special offering with that. Now's the time. It's a great time. It's funny because this summer is different than typical summers, and this is really a time for us to still be doing the inner work and the alchemy work. So it's really important to not shy away from that right now. Okay, let's get to Simma's chart, and then I can answer any questions as well. So if you have any questions about this transit or about astrology or this astrology, you can ask it in the chat as well. Okay, Simma, so you're going from a 7th house transit, which is partnership, relationship, into a 6th house transit, which is day-to-day work routines and how you fill your own cup so that you can kind of serve others. It's like service to self so you can serve others. So health, routines, self-care, nourishment. And since it's in Leo, it's a lot of tending to the heart and tending to your heart space, healing, rejuvenation, coming back to you on a daily. So like, what daily practices help you ground? Oh my goodness! So wait, are you a Leo as well? I want to know. Oh my goodness, I love it. Well, let's celebrate. This is amazing. So Simma, I hope that was helpful for you. I don't know if you're still here, but I'll have this playback.